Hi, I'm Brian with Hanning Law Limited, attorney to businesses and creators. And today I want to talk about commission agreements. Now, commissions are the process of selling art to a specific person, typically a unique or one-of-a-kind piece. Uh, One scenario is commissioning somebody to paint a mural on the side of a building, or uh, buying the art to the cover of a book, that kind of a thing. And the purpose of the commission agreement is to transfer the ownership and to set up the arrangement so that all of this goes through. So let's talk about a couple of things you may want to put into a contract for this commission. So the first thing you're going to want to do is talk about the work and the rights. So what is it you're exactly creating? If you're creating a book cover, what are the parameters? What's the size of it? What kind of is the subject matter? Is it going to be all original work, or are you allowed to pull in public domain or other licensed work into it? All of that needs to be there. But it's also going to be important to talk about the purpose of the agreement, specifically that the person buying it is a commission, and that they're going to own the entire copyright once everything's done. With that in mind, you're also going to want to talk about any retained rights. That's going to be things like the right to display it in a portfolio, or any rights you have with regard to putting it on social media, those marketing tools that help you get additional commissions. The second thing you're really going to want to address is payment and non-payment. And that's going to be everything from how payment is made to what is the actual payment. That can be full cash. It can also be some kind of trade. Like if you're creating a logo for somebody and that is the commission, you can give it to the person hiring you for the commission in exchange for the product or service of that person, or some mix of both. You're also going to want to address when the work is transferred in relation to that payment. So you want it to be once it clears the bank, you get the work, or something to that effect. Just lay out that actual process. And don't forget to say that if payment never is made, or is withdrawn, or doesn't clear the bank, that the work exists over here and it's kind of held in limbo. What happens then? If it's not transferred until payment's made and they never make payments, kind of put that limitation out there. So make sure that's clear. You don't really want that to be a question. The third thing you're going to want to do is include the standard contract things. So how does somebody accept it? What can the person hiring you on this commission do that would end up reverting ownership in this copyrighted work back to you? Who does the registration? What are the rules around disputes? If you get into a fight, where's the court? What state law governs this contract? We've got federal law for the copyright, so is that going to be included in this? And then any other terms and conditions to make the agreement go smooth. That can be anything from addressing order of operations. It can be contact information, all of that. That's all important standard contract stuff. So when you're going out and creating your commission agreement, or hiring somebody to write that for you, balance the line between being overly specific without being too vague. You don't want to eliminate discretion or differences in pieces. So if you've required in your contract that the check has to be mailed, and it has to be a check in a certain amount, you want to be able to give yourself the grace of the check arriving 2 or 3 days late. but you don't want to be vague and just go, you're going to pay me. They may pay you, but they may want that after they get the work, or all of those different pieces. They may try to pay you by credit card. You may not want to accept that. So you got to lay out in this agreement not just the requirements, but you want to give yourself enough room so that when you deal with all of this, it makes sense. So again, you want details. Details make everything clear. But you also don't want to overly constrain people because habit or mischance or strange things happen. Give yourself a little bit of grace and space within that agreement so that it can be completed. So those are my thoughts on a couple of the things you should put into a commission agreement, and I hope to see you all next time.